Polarization, a concept out of the book series The Law of One, and I absolutely stand by this topic and this philosophy that the Law of One talks about, and it has helped me through self-improvement and self-growth so much, so I know that it'll help you if you apply it. And what I want to begin with is the two main focus points that we will be talking on. So the first one is service to self, which is, as I described here, as technology, and that is not included in the book. However, I included technology as service to self because it is a representation of something that is not you. So looking towards things such as, Google, or maybe even like things like books even are technology, and reference points and knowledge and experience that is not you. So all experience that is not a part of what you are, which is eternal and is ethereal and is constant, all those things that will perish and will ultimately fall away is not you. You are the one that is infinite. You are infinite. You are the one. You are the creator. So all that goes against that is what I term as service to self, service negative path. It is the path of having to take care of yourself first and foremost, and at the detriment of others. So not to say that service to others is taking care of yourself, because you have to do that. That's really important. But on the service to others path, you are not taking from or giving a detriment to other people in your own ability to feel whole, complete, joyful, happy, peaceful, and connected with the one infinite, which you truly are. So on the technological side of this, or the negative polarity, would be having to experience a connection through a connection with something outside of you. So as we experience this quite a bit in third density reality, we kind of have to make a choice here now that you're watching this video, and now that we have a degree of consciousness that we are able to make a moral decision. And we are at this point now where we have to actually choose in each moment what will be the best for, what is in the highest good for me and others, and what is in the highest good for just me. So between these two common denominators, we have a very different choices to be made, So unfortunately, a lot of people are definitely relying on these things, books, pharmaceuticals, computers, cars, substances, matter, food, the body, material resources, reductionistic science. All these things are allowing for the self to perpetuate, or whatever it is, live longer or indulge more or feel better about themselves through the destruction of the earth, the detriment of somebody else that goes without that pleasure. In order for you to have the batteries and the stuff to charge your electronics and all that stuff, you are having the people that are working in lithium mining facilities, you know, all those people are doing hard physical labor and they're going without, you know, often third world countries in Africa and stuff are going without those same pleasures and benefits of, you know, modern technology. And the more that we go towards this route, the more service to self we are, because we're not truly in tune with the one infinite and that we are all a part of each other. And that's where consciousness comes in, and that's where you know, service to others is all about being united and connected with all that is, and everything that we possibly can conceive of is us, and what we ultimately are in the present moment is what we choose to be. So that all has to do with mind. It has to do with the imagination. It has to do with those things that are not physical, essentially. And if you are to take this route, this will mean that you will leave a lot of the past and the herd or the group kind of themes behind. So you're taking much more of your own responsibility, your own ability to evolve and progress as an individual for the sake of not having to cause any more suffering for anybody else. And this may be termed as selfish by a lot of people because you seem very independent and you seem very strong in your own ability to choose and feel and do what it is that is best for your own state of being. However, when you choose this path of, you know, the mind and meditation and silence and holistic kind of health and taking care of yourself so that you can be in the best state possible for when others encounter you, when that happens, you are tapping into the essence that you are eternal and that you are not the body, that you are more than the body. You will progress past the body in consciousness and allowing that technology, not allowing the separation to occur anymore throughout your relationships or your life or your family or whatever it is. Consciousness, which is on the positive polarization, is going to help you with going into the kind of spiritual evolution and that ability to be master of your own state of being. And your own state of being is what you truly are. You're not the body. The state of being is what is beyond the illusion that you experience as the physical, and it's where you go when you go to sleep. It's where you go when you dream. You know, that is actually you, and this is just a portion. And what you are fundamentally doing here is, on this third dimensional planet, is going into this third density planet. We're going into a fourth density planet, and I talk about this in other videos so you can get caught up there. But I want to focus on this and talking about polarization in the way that you are really just a soul or someone that is something, a portion of the creator that is learning its own lessons for the one infinite to know, and that is unique for each and every person. So the more that you really share the same lessons with other people, the more that you share the same kind of lifestyle and feeling more like an individual, feeling more like you are an ego, essentially. The ego is an effect that that happens like a rainbow. Like sunshine and water, you get the rainbow effect. The same occurs with the ego. When you combine thoughts and emotions, then you get the ego effect, and you get this kind of construct and network of thoughts that becomes very dense. It becomes very rigid and like a construct that cannot be formed and malleable, and it cannot change. It's less changing. So that is more coinciding with dense physical matter, and that's third density. And if we are to prepare ourselves for this massive shifts that are occurring in each moment, then it's really important that we fully integrate into ourselves the lessons and teachings of the mind, body, and spirit complex that is all one and is essentially here for you to progress spiritually, progress as a spiritual being in a infinite expression of the one. And that is only necessary, that you can only do through the disidentification and dissociation of the body, of the person, of the personality, the persona, all the things that you can attach your identity to, which is all technology. All these things are going to fall away in the changing, and the only thing that remains is the unchanged aspect of yourself, which is going to be the eternal mind, or the eternal soul that is going to transcend this physical body. So the more that you align your decisions and your every moment with this, with your own consciousness, with your own state of being, with your own electromagnetic energy, the more that polarized towards service to others you become, because you are not actually competing with other people. And that's the whole idea of the material universe, is to compete, is to know the self from the other. And that is a valid expression, and there's no good or bad really. The negative is only just to kind of correlate to the scientific aspect that you are the ground wire, or the negative wire in electricity is the one that makes the current able to pass through and efficiently run, and it has its place. And in other videos I go into that, but specifically the polarization of consciousness here is to make sure that make that differentiation of service to others and service to self. And these are just some descriptions of what that will look like and what that may be. So take this as what you need, and take it for what it is, and have your own understanding of it, and know that you are not going to be completely immaterial, and that you are not going to be it is unlikely for you to be completely a higher density, fourth, fifth, sixth density being within the next moment. So this is a gradual process, and the more that you can integrate these lessons of moving away from technology and moving into consciousness, the more that you can integrate all it is that you are requiring, all it is that you are looking to experience here, which is the ultimate connection to the one. And that's why we go through all the other things in life, all the experiences of matter and material world, so that we can express ourselves in the way that we want to, and then come to a point where, oh yeah, what we actually want is to feel connected, and we don't want to feel like there's things that are outside of us that give us joy. It's actually all within us, and we don't need that external anymore. So we're gonna revert back into ourselves, and we're gonna become one with the infinite and with ourself that is eternal. I'll be going into much more detail about further videos. So thanks for watching, guys.